What's up, guys? This is Bigsby85, and tonight, it's late, it's raining outside, and I got myself a nice hot cup of coffee, and I thought I'd play some Heroes of Might and Magic 5 Tribes of the East. And I really like this game. It's a strategy, turn-based sort of game, and I'm just gonna play on easy because I haven't played in a while. And these are some of the factions. I'm just playing a custom scenario today, showing you guys some of the factions, the fortress, stronghold, and I'm actually going to play as the stronghold today. And I'm debating on either being the dwarves or the stronghold, but the stronghold's my favorite. It's the orcs, and you can see I'm going to pick Urgot, the tracker. I'll call her Urgot. Why not? Urghat. Urgot. And I'm going to pick my opponent here. We're going to go with the dungeon, I believe that is. Here we go. I'm going to play on Disputed Island. What Disputed Island is you can read that, but basically two islands that were separated. There was some stuff that went down. Now the islands are connected, and we are not happy about this. So what I'm going to do at the start is build a tavern. You can see you build buildings inside your base. Inside the tavern, that's where you recruit other heroes. I'm going to go ahead and recruit a second hero. What he will do primarily is sit at the base and just hang out here, deliver men for me later. But the important thing is to get the early extra men that a hero comes with. We're going to go over here and grab a quick level 2 and pick up some basic war machines. And you can see the inventory. There's my skills. You get skills as you level up, or you can get abilities that come from the skills. Some of them are passive, some of them are active. I'm going to go for these vermin. I really enjoy this game. I do. Minotaur, my Minotaur archers, they're really cool because something unique about the Minotaurs is if they get hit from a melee ability, they have an ability called maneuver, and they'll run away and then take a shot to retaliate against them. It's really cool. So I'm picking up the gold, and you can see the movement underneath my character's icon portrait down there at the bottom. Gonna go kill these sprites here so we can unlock the windmill. And what the windmill will do is every week, every 7 days, it'll have some random resources in it for us to go collect. Ah, these stupid pixie things. They have an ability that it's a spell that's like Wasp Swarm. It's not too strong, but it's enough to annoy me, and they have to go straight for your archers. It sucks. But they will pay the price. Get the goblins in there. See, what I'm trying to do, usually if you get a creature pretty close to them, they tend to shift their focus. And they didn't do it this time. They just had it out for my archers, my poor archers. And as you can see, he's not retaliating because it's a spell. If you look on the bottom, you can see the order of who's going to go next, take their turn next, your speed and initiative. Each individual character has their own speed and initiative that it takes into account to see who goes next. Right now I'm just collecting resources around the map. You got your general resources. Have a sip of my coffee real quick. Now these are the upgraded version of the vermin called familiars, and luckily I'm the orcs and we don't really use mana, at least not yet. And so they were stealing some mana. And there we go. I have one warrior, and he's gonna die pretty quick. Got some good morale there. If you get good morale, you get your turn sooner than you normally would. Oh, are you gonna see my maneuver? Aw, yeah. So cool. I've played Heroes games Since the very first one, I've always enjoyed heroes of mind magic. So you can see the hero actually will take their turn right now, and when it's your hero's turn, you can choose to cast a spell or do just like a melee attack. Depending on your race, you can get special abilities that the hero can do. Oh, I lost 3 guys. Now I'm leveling up my war machines because they're very valuable. And when I build my blacksmith, we'll talk more about that. So I'm out of movement points now. I'm gonna go ahead and let the computer take their turn. Now I'm gonna go collect the wood and the wood mine, the sawmill. It will provide you with 2 wood a day. You can see my resources up top. I got a good amount. I chose gold as my bonus, so that's pretty nice. And her passive, actually, the reason I chose this hero was based on her level. I believe she gets more movement points. So what we're doing now is I built the blacksmith, and the blacksmith let me get my ballista, my first aid tent, and the ammo cart. Every archer can only shoot so many arrows per turn, but if you have an ammo cart, you pretty much have unlimited supply of arrows. Not that too many battles last that long, but just good to have. Here we're doing some skeletons that are guarding an ore mine, and you're going to need ore and wood to build all the basic stuff in your base. Luckily these are not upgraded skeletons, so they're going to try and get in melee range, and you can see the war machines already doing work, man. Gotta love those. Gotta love war machines. Something about the goblins also you're going to see is that they have a passive on them. It's called a cowardice. Anyone that's probably watching this video already knows, I'm guessing. But if you don't, if you're not big in heroes and you were just curious, what cowardice is on the goblins is if they take a melee attack from any enemy, they'll run away. And then also, if the odds get turned against you in a fight, they can just switch sides. So, yeah, pretty big cowards. But it's all good. I can't really fight anything right now because I lost a lot of archers. Everything's showing up as challenging. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to base, build something, get some more men. Yeah, we're going to get some more centaurs. More archers, can never go wrong. And what we are going to do is, you can, in the expansion, you can get a rank up, you can level up each unit. And originally you can see that there's only 1 upgrade in the middle, and that's if you didn't have the expansion, that's all there would be. But since I do, there's a 2nd upgrade, so you have 2 choices. That one does stronger with melee, and it's the nomad right here. It's got the maneuver, and it's got higher damage. I believe they both have maneuver. I'm not sure. I don't think so, but we're gonna go with him. He's got higher damage. The other one's better at melee, so ideally you don't want your archers in melee range, man. That's not cool. Let's go take on these. Shoot, I forget what they're called, but they're mean. If you get close enough, they can jump on your guys and do a lot of damage. But we're going to use our war machines. We're going to use our centaurs. We're going to keep them at bay. Centaur nomads. They're upgraded now. We're going to do some more damage. Also, something to note. You can get lucky on your war machines, your ballistas. So if you get the luck ability, it's very handy. Because, especially, you'll see how... how strong my ballista gets as we get into this video. I'm doing double shot already. Oh yeah, and the cool thing the orcs have, their passive, is this raging blood. You'll see the blood go up on me, and I'll lose blood, like right there when I took an attack. Oh, maneuver shot. Yeah. what Raging Blood will do is give you extra defense, and I think as you rank up in it, it'll give you more attack damage. And it's probably one of my favorite passes because, you know, you can start. Here we go. Memory of Our Blood, Basic Luck. These are all really good choices. I'm going to grab that Basic Luck because we've got a lot of projectiles coming out. If we can get luck and have those do extra damage, that'd be great. Now let's grab some gold income with the Town Hall. You can see around the hourglass wheel down there, that's the days of the week, those blue icons. So we've got 2 more days until the week's over, and then our men will be replenished in base. So I'm going to go and do a bit of fighting here. These are harpooners, and they are the archers of the dwarf faction of the fortress. And they have some really cool things on them. I might play them in one of these videos. But they have a crippling shot, which can make you lose your, or not lose your turn, but it will definitely halt your turn for a while. Or the other upgrade is they will pull you actually closer, which can be pretty annoying. For instance, if they were to harpoon your archer and pull them a little closer to their melee creatures, that's just bad news right there. As you can see, we get a little bit of experience for winning that fight. We have some minotaurs we can fight, and they will be challenging, so I'm just kind of scoping the area, make sure I got that spell. Some hellhounds, those are for the devil faction. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to this Goblin Slums, and what that is it's like a secondary source of men that if you go and capture, you can have, you know, as new weeks come by, a surplus of that unit, whatever it is. In this case, it'll be goblins. Alright, and we're going to get the marketplace going. We build the marketplace, and then if we upgrade the marketplace, everyone has a marketplace, every faction, and when you upgrade it, it creates an income of your main resource to go toward every final unit. You can think of it as your sort of ultimate character, as your part of your faction. They'll rely on that resource, so it's good to get it going very early. These goblins, he's shooting my gremlins that look just like gremlins. Get the hero in there, got the ballista doing work. I'm very surprised that these guys are actually shooting my my goblin instead of my archer. I'm very happy about that. This is just a fun game. You can see my blood rage absorbing damage, so I'm not taking nearly as much damage as I would have. You definitely want to get that upgraded. Yeah, sip my coffee here. Another battle won, 504 experience. Let's see, these are our options as we leveled up. You can choose an actual skill or an ability that branches from a skill. So I'm going to go with Advanced War Machine so that our Ballista does more damage since it's got the double shot already. And that'll carry us through a lot of the early game battles. Alright, we got some extra goblins, a little bit of strength. Nothing too great, but you know, might as well get that army. Now, our island, if you look on the map, is pretty much the lower part of the screen. In the middle is a sort of a neutral island where we can just go and collect some resources, get some experience. And then the top island's actually where the computer's going to be. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and just get strong enough so we can go kill the computer, take their castle. In some of these heroes maps, there's objectives such as find a certain object, kill a certain enemy. But this map is just a free-for-all, and it's basically kill your opponent, take all their castles, and that's how we'll win. And one against these hellhounds. Look at that cowardice, you coward. Don't worry, Centaur Nomad will clean up. Lost 3 goblins, that's no big deal. And now here's some treasure chests. Cool thing about treasure, you can choose experience or gold. And look at that, triple ballista comes up 3 consecutive shots. So good. And we have luck now, so of those 3, they can be doing extra damage too. I always grab the experience at the start of the game, especially because you can see I've got quite a bit of gold, and I've only got the 1,000 gold a day from my base. It's because I picked that gold bonus. And I think just putting on easy probably gives me a bit more to work with as well. As I play this, I realize that easy is a little too easy for me, but it's okay. On another playthrough, we'll up the difficulty. Alright, now, I try to, if you notice, even if my character, I'm not putting them in a great spot, I like to move them once every turn, because if you play passively or defensively, you lose blood rage. So that's why I always try and keep moving, and it's sort of just like second nature to me, because I like to play these guys a lot. And so you see me do some stupid things from time to time because I just naturally want to move them, and you don't want to fight those specters, at least I don't right now. They have an annoying passive, but we'll get into that as we actually go fight them. So the week's about to change, so every week, as you guys remember, I told you that you'll get a surplus of men, and the week's going to change tomorrow. So I built some some buildings that allow me to recruit men, and by doing that, I will get the initial amount of them for that week, and then as the next week changes, I'll get another recruit of them. Oh man, my vocabulary is terrible right now. I'm sorry. There you go. So we're gonna get the resource silo going, and I believe it's mercury that I need, or crystals. I forget. Either way, honestly, I don't care for the last units all that much, because you spend so much time with your early units, you grow to kind of appreciate them. At least I do. Okay, grab some nomads, some warriors. Our army's starting to get bigger. The orcs. Alright. Let's go clean up some of the stuff that I wasn't strong enough to take on earlier, these archers. Now, these are the archers from the Haven, which is the faction of humans. They're pretty good archers, I have to say. But they're no match for the orcs. The triple ballista shot. That's what's up. He's not even gonna get a turn. See, there was no reason for me to move my warrior right there, but it's just sort of natural, so I don't lose rage. Victory! Have some more coffee. Alright, and you can see I just leveled, and I chose Memory of Our Blood. What that did was, at the beginning of each battle I get into, I'm going to start with 100 rage, which means I'll have a bit more defense to absorb hits. It's just good all around. Let's clean up these resources. Not bad at all. I love the art style in these Heroes games as well. Very bright. I enjoy the music. I was gonna turn the music off for this recording, but I thought, you know what, I want to keep it in. It adds to the charm, I'd say. Look at this triple ballista, man. I'm gonna have to name this video triple ballista or something. That thing is so powerful. You can just see the synergy with everything. The luck coming out with the ballista just taking care of everything, generating a rage. Everything flows so nicely with this race. Or faction, I should say. Alright, now that we've got a bit more men, and I'm feeling a little more confident, we're going to go take on some of these stronger units that I wasn't too keen to do before. I have some options here for some men I can recruit. I'm going to go with the Shamans. They have your hero has their independent mana pool, resource pool, what have you, to cast their spells. And then individual units can also be casters, and they can cast spells, and that won't come out of your hero's mana pool. That'll come out of their independent mana pool, and it refreshes after every battle. So, we're gonna go grab these shamans, and they're casters. They have haste and slow, which you can haste, say, my archer, for instance, so he gets his turn faster, or I can slow an enemy, so it slows down their turn. One thing is you have to have at least one man with that hero in the base, so I always split and just give him one goblin and take the rest. Out of movement points, but with my passive you can see that I'm moving further and further as I level up. Very cool. And you can only build one thing a turn also, I should say. I'm like neglecting all these basics of Heroes games in case you've never played, but tend to just get into it. Sorry about that. Now I just built the building that will allow me to get Slayers, and Slayers are very cool looking, and they have a great passive. It's called Cleave, as you can see right there. And what Cleave is, if they kill a unit in that stack, they get an extra swing. So they are just killers. I love it. Alright, making our way down to fight these guys. Looks like he's guarding an artifact. You can get artifacts in your inventory, and you can equip it to different body parts depending on what it is. So hopefully it's something good. Now you can see the terrain's a little weird in this fight. What that is about is me working around it. Also, your archers, if there's things they have to shoot over like that, they get a range penalty. So you can tell if there's a broken arrow when I hover over like that, it's not doing full damage. But I got luck, so it's all good. And so what makes the Minotaur so good, or the Centaur, I mean, so good, is some melee creature comes up, hits him, he maneuvers, then he retaliates with full damage because they're within the range to not have the range penalty. Very cool. I like that a lot. Now we're gonna get the Slayer in there. What a beast! It's like a truck. Really like the Slayer. We'll do the upgrades soon enough. Alright, gotta level up. Soldier's Luck. We don't have anything really to benefit off Soldier's Luck. Resourcefulness, though. Find more gold and resources and be more lucky overall? Heck yeah. But Expert War Machines, yeah. Resourcefulness is great early game. Just give us that little edge with our finances, As you can see, I got the Ring of Lightning protection. 50% protection from lightning-based spells, which is very good. Because the computer tends to throw everything they've got at you. And if they've got lightning spells, you bet you're behind they will use it. See, go ahead and cast haste on this beast. Now, normally I wouldn't just send him right in there. See, it says yes. When I hover over them, they will retaliate. They're going to hit me back. But I'm going to kill one stack. My Blood Rage will absorb their damage. And then since with my Cleave, they get a second hit. It's very fluid. It makes fighting with this race very fun. Urgot wins combat. Yeah. And this will teach me a spell. Oh no, it's experience, I guess. Oh, 3,000 experience. Wow. For some reason, I thought that was a spell tomb. And you can see there's 25 in there, I believe, in the goblin, the external goblin source. So I'll probably go grab that. The week changes in 1 day, so right now I'm just looking for a unit that will benefit me. I'm going to build the Citadel. What that will do is if anyone attacks me, I have a moat they have to get. It will create a moat, and it will create a wall. So that'll be very handy if the computer decides to do something crazy and try and come at me early. Also, another thing the Citadel will do is I will get a 50% creature growth. So you can see the week's just about to switch over, and I will get 50% more of the normal amount of units that would come to my base at the beginning of each week. But since the week is switching, I'm going to go collect my men, and then I will stop at the windmill to see the resources. And it's the week of hope. During battles, morale and luck for all creatures increased by 1. Not a bad week. We'll go ahead. Oh, nice. We got 4 crystals. And I think that'll wrap us up for today, guys. I'm going to go ahead and build that citadel and grab the new week's units. Yeah, and that'll be it for today. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll try to be a bit more informative as I do these videos, or maybe you don't want them informative. Maybe you just want me to ramble on about random stuff. But thanks for watching, guys, and you have a good one.